This week, the MLB was back with a vengeance. Teams and players around the country looked to capitalize off of opening weekend. Old stars reminded us why they're the best in the game.
Here's Trout, and there's another rocket. Mike Trout has tied it up with an absolute bomb.
While new faces emerged as the next generation.
Back it goes and gone! First big league homer for Jackson Chourio.
Here's what happened this week in the MLB. Chapter 1. Take us seriously. Our story starts in Philly, where Bryce Harper entered Tuesday's action riding an 0-for-11 stretch to start the season. While Harper haters were already taking victory laps, Bryce hushed the noise not once.
It's gone! First home run of the year!
Not twice, but 3 times.
Yeah, it's hooked deep to right center field. No doubt about it! A 3-homer game! He caps it off with a grand slam!
Even flashing the leather, proving he can still do it all. However, despite Harper trying to carry the team, the young Reds' bats were just too much for Philly pitching. Will Benson, Christian Encarnacion Strand, Ellie De La Cruz, and Spencer Steer are showing everyone the Reds are a force to be reckoned with in the Central.
Grand slam! The first of his big league career! A big-time big fly and a 6-2 Reds lead!
They upset the Phillies, winning 2 out of 3 in Philadelphia. Meanwhile, the Pirates were looking to continue their hot start as they entered Washington undefeated. The Bucco Bats couldn't be stopped as Brian Reynolds and co. cruised to a series win. The Pirates were the story last April, and their trend of early season dominance continues in 2024. They hold the best record in the NL through the first week of the season. Across the country in New York, the Tigers came to town unbeaten as well. The young Detroit pitching staff owns the second best ERA in the league, and the trio of Reese Olson, Casey Mize, and Matt Manning all pitched well enough to earn the series win over the Mets. Chapter 2. Putting their foot down. San Francisco versus LA is one of the best rivalries in baseball, but the star power of the Dodgers is just too much for anyone to handle right now. Mookie Betts is already proving to be an early season favorite for the MVP, while supporting actors Teoscar Hernandez and Miguel Rojas just add to the ferocity of the Dodgers lineup. At least Shohei doesn't look too great.
Ensuing double. 3-1.
The Dodgers have only dropped 1 during their homestand and are already starting to stretch their lead in the NL West. Meanwhile, exciting young talent was on full display when the Royals came to Camden Yards.
Right side from Westbrook. That ball driven deep. That ball at the wall. That ball is a game winner!
Despite a plethora of young players stepping up for the Orioles, it was the veterans who shined in the rubber match on Wednesday. Free agent acquired ace Corbin Burns held the Royals to just 2 runs, and backup backstop James McCann hit the walk-off to send the crowd and the team into a frenzy.
McCann, left side, base hit. Mountcastle ties it. Mullins will win it! James McCann gives the Orioles their second walk-off win in 3 nights.
Over in Tampa, the Rays hosted the reigning champions to a 3-game series. The Rangers have the number 2 offense in the MLB so far this season, and that power was on full display in Tropicana.
Garcia leading off.
Garcia hits out a ton. No getting that back. It's gone. 3rd home run of the year for Adolis Garcia.
On the mound, ace Nathan Eovaldi was baffling hitters to the tune of 8 Ks and no runs to clinch the series win. Chapter 3. From bad to worse. The Rockies continued their opening road trip with a stop in Chicago to face the Cubs. Despite not playing a game in Coors Field yet, the Rockies have by far the worst pitching staff in the league, posting a team ERA over 8. It was all Chicago in the series, as Seiya Suzuki led the way to a series sweep. Suzuki is beginning to look like an emerging star, and with Cody Bellinger and the impressive debut of Shoto Imanaga, the Cubs look like a force in the NL Central. From the worst pitching staff in the league to the best, the Red Sox headed to Oakland for a 3-game series. Though it hasn't been the toughest schedule for Boston, the pitching staff still looks completely renewed in 2024. Young guns Tanner Houck and Brian Bayo both showed flashes of brilliance, while veteran Nick Pivetta has an ERA under 1 after 2 starts. The A's, on the other hand, have been a complete disaster. The team committed a record-breaking 13 errors in 5 games, the most in the modern era and nearly double any other team. It seems the A's are already counting their chips in Vegas and just trying to get through the year. But somehow the A's aren't off to the worst start in the league. That would belong to the Miami Marlins, who have begun the season winless even while playing all of their first 7 games at home. Bottom 5 in both hitting and pitching, even the Angels were able to make it look easy as they took a series sweep. Mike Trout is looking back to MVP form, and the team is getting contributions from unlikely sources like Aaron Hicks and Joe Adell. Not sure if you can take too much from this series if you're an Angel fan, but you'll certainly take it as the team finds himself atop the AL West for now. Chapter 4. Clash. 2 of the best pitching staffs in the league met when the Guardians flew into Seattle this week. Shane Bieber looks to be back to Cy Young form after 2 starts.
Struck him out looking. Shane Bieber.
Now the wind, now the pitch. Swing and a miss. Good slider, got him.
And up-and-comer Logan Allen pitched the team to a series win in Game 3. The Guardian offense was able to do just enough as well against 2 of Seattle's top arms. Cleveland looks strong to start the season, and they haven't even played any of their weak AL Central opponents yet. Meanwhile, the Twins and Brewers met for a 2-game interleague series this week. Both of these teams boast playoff hopes in 2024, and both have seen encouraging starts to begin the season. Despite losing Royce Lewis to injury in their first series, the Twins have managed to keep Buxton and Correa both on the field, and they're hitting at the moment. A hot start for Alex Kirilloff as well, and the Twins could have a much improved lineup if they can avoid too many injuries. On the other side, the Brewers cut some payroll this offseason but still look very competitive in 2024. New addition Rhys Hoskins is off to a good start, and maybe Christian Yelich has discovered a bit of old form.
3-2. This is driven out to center. Back goes Buxton at the track at the wall. Gone! Christian Yelich, his second blast of the season.
Jackson Chourio looks like a star in the making, and even Bryce Terang may be proven he's taken a step forward. The team split the 2-game series and both sit in the playoff hunt for now. Across the country in Arizona, the Yankees came to town for some interleague action between the 2 World Series hopefuls. Christian Walker reminded everyone to stop sleeping on him.
Walker, fly ball to left, and this one's gonna go.
While D-back ace Zach Gallen blanked the Yankees in Game 2. The final decision for the series, however, would be decided from the gavel of Judge on Wednesday night.
And now here's McGough. That one's driven into right center field. On the run, Barossa. He can't get there. It gets by him, and it goes all the way to the wall. Scoring is Torres. Going to second with a big RBI double. Aaron Judge.
A questionable coaching decision left the D-backs with no choice but to send reliever Scott McGough to the plate with the game and series on the line.
Well, strike 3. Ball game over. Exhale. The Yankees win 6-5.
The Yankees take a decisive victory and through the first week of the season look like serious World Series contenders. Chapter 5. Bouncing Back. Cardinal fans were already having PTSD of last season after a brutal series loss in opening weekend. The team pulled into San Diego looking to prove 2024 was going to be different. Free agent signing Kyle Gibson was fantastic in his debut for St. Louis, and longtime Cardinal Miles Mikolas capped off the series victory with a quality start on Tuesday. The offense, on the other hand, just did enough, as both Cardinal veterans and Young Bucks contributed to a series win. Meanwhile, in Chicago, the White Sox hosted one of the most dangerous teams in the league to a 2-game series. After being embarrassed by Detroit in the opening weekend, the Sox looked to find their footing. It was a rude awakening, however, as Brave Bats were hot in the opener, leading to a 9-0 victory. With the threat of an 0-5 start looming, emergent ace Garrett Crochet took matters into his own hands and had a masterful outing in Game 2.
Throws him inside with a fastball, strike 3.
Michael Kopech was just able to hold on, and the White Sox were able to split the series with Atlanta. Finally, in Houston, the Astros hosted the Blue Jays, with both teams having something to prove from opening weekend. Tuesday's matchup featured a duel of the aces as Framber Valdez and Jose Barrios combined to allow just 1 run through the first 8 innings. Houston's newest closer, Josh Hader, was in to close the door in the 9th and clinch the series win, but Davis Schneider had other plans.
And Schneider hits one high and deep to left center, and it is gone! He hit it out! And Davis Schneider has given the Blue Jays the lead at the top of the 9th.
But to the horror of Blue Jays fans, that swing would be the only run scored by Toronto in the series. Christian Javier and the Astros bullpen combined for a shutout game in Game 3, and in Game 1 it was Ronel Blanco making just his 8th career start. Blanco didn't even know if he was going to make the team during spring training, and probably wouldn't have if it weren't for other pitchers getting hurt. With all of this going through his mind, he had one goal: just get outs,
Oh, yeah.
and keep getting outs,
15 in a row sent down by Ronel Blanco.
until in just over 2 hours, Ronel Blanco went from no name
Cambio Blanco.
to no hitter.
Holding on Springer at first.